short there from Castillo. So Brooklyn trying to climb back in it after a little bit of a slow start.
And it is wildly humid. I believe they call it Michigan muggy here. So it is every bit of that.
Skips over the take. Wong right there, but not that time. And Dave, you said it. The thermometer reads about 80 degrees right now, but there's just not much breeze whatsoever.
No, so you're going to see a lot of the players going to the towel because that contact of the hand to the paddle has to feel perfect. Can't have any perspiration on there.
Big overhead from Padigamaita. And nicely done by Sleeth. So Lena Padigamaita starting to get going. The Lithuanian got to play at the New York Stock Exchange a couple years back. That was a big career thrill for her.
Indeed, one of the moms on tour as well. So big respect to all of those ladies. To balance all of that is remarkable. What a serve from Lane.
That one's hit a little bit too hard off the paddle of Lena.
Yeah, just laid and balance is the key to pickleball. And if you are extended, it's impossible to control your body and then the paddle face. And well long from Lena. All started again with that one-handed backhand flick. Really nice start for the Owls.
So the first of 13, the Las Vegas Night Owls. And Michelle McMahon will check in here momentarily. Long way to run for Lena. She can't get there.
Yeah, and an earlier point, Zoe faked the drop shot. That time she puts it in play. And what do? You just throw your paddle face to the sky, and there you see the 78 degrees. And all that mugginess is not on that graphic, but I can assure you it's real.
I'll definitely take mugginess, though, over rain.
100%.
Just a little bit of.
Looks like that is clearing, so thank you. Of course. Get that out of here. We want pickle.
Just a little bit wide.
Yeah, just can't miss that. That's a place where newer players, you want to find their left foot if they're the right side player. The inside out dink from there is the hardest one to execute. Lane pushed that one wide.
Dig overhead by Padigamaita. There's Wong again. I'm telling you, this team is clicking.
They are, and Sleeth's got to take that cross-court attack out of the bag because Udit is sitting on this. So just watch her. She's got the backhand ready. It's over because you put your partner in jail because they don't expect the ball on them that fast.
There's Lane Sleeth. Came off a little bit awkward, but it works. Some great overall athletes playing pro pickleball.
Yes.
Lane grew up playing soccer, hockey, volleyball, gymnastics, track, cross country, and then, of course, tennis.
Side out point 17.
Canadian Sleeth. I always see who moves well and who plays well. Defending, she's already got that well in the way that she is far from a finished product here. She's going to be a menace. Oh my. Udit let Lane off the hook there. Another one on that left foot of Lane Sleeth, and you just want to see if they can figure it out. She didn't, and then Udit, for whatever reason, laid it back into the court instead of just attacking. Lena's lucky there.
They've just got them on their
18.
heels since the start. It's 18-11. Played at 25 here in Major League Pickleball. If we go to a dream break, we'll play to 21. Win on your serve.
So that's where folks stop jumping in and thinking you help. If you stick your paddle in on as a right side player with the backhand, Zoe's just waiting with a forehand to lay that back in. You don't. I know she wants to be a superhero, but don't be one.
See Wong just working the court right now.
Oh my. Geppetto the entire rally, and then they cut the strings off and Pinocchio escaped there. Wow. That was pretty. The drop shot just wasn't good enough because, as you mentioned, these ladies can move, Drew.
And now a window of opportunity here for Brooklyn. They're within 4.
Yeah, the two-hand backhand drive for Padigameta is a big, heavy shot. You got to be ready to block that early.
Oh, just could not finish it.
Well, I mean, Lena's on the all-grunt team, that's for sure, and she thought she had it down, and there's Zoe's paddle again. Tremendous block.
19-14.
Scorpion.
And stuff like that, guys.
Yeah, great stuff, Michelle. Las Vegas leading by 6. As Brooklyn comes back with a point, and Dave, all those players going to have integral roles growing this game internationally.
100%. And they also live in different parts of the country as well. So in the U.S. and then abroad. So that's just, pickleball is a far from a finished product. That's what's so fun about this. Shot drop. How
about this point?
2 up, 2 back.
Let's go.
I mean, that's a great drill at home, but you got to get the ball to bounce, and the aces just weren't able to do it because that's where the kitchen comes into play. You get it to drop, you're able to move forward. If not, they're hitting it up in the air. And Castillo, I love the short angle there, Drew. When they're all the way back, they can't cover that. So.
Just wide from Wong.
Point 16. $16-21.
They just feel so comfortable right now.
Yeah, clear, roll clarity, ute it, be scrappy, set it up, win the dink battle cross court. Don't try to do too much. Zoe finished it off there. They look terrific.
But Maita gets one back.
Yeah, you saw Vida jump to try and block that, and when you lose your base, it's harder to have a solid block back at an attack. Rocket. Oh man, gotta make that, because that's what you're trying to earn. You want to rip the third and then drop the fifth, because it's 4 steps behind the kitchen there and couldn't make it.
23-17.
Gotta have that on the comeback trail.
Night Owls now just 2 points away from going 1 up here in this final. Vida trying to get going.
Grunt squad there was perfect. Attack forward, but you have to be able to reload 2-shot combos and more sometimes in pickleball. In tennis, you just hit a winner on 1 swing.
They were ready for it that time. Saw that quick speed up, Dave, but this time the Aces read it.
All on.
Yeah, I love the defense that we saw there. So again, first time they played, it was 25-20 Owls, and this is eerily similar. This is where you got to go with the ball, get to 20, and that starts putting scoreboard pressure.
Maita, you know, she's all about mental toughness. She's big into the Pilates, Dave, and that mental growth. You're seeing that right now.
No doubt, and she's seeing too many balls right now. I'd be giving the ball to the less experienced player under pressure and see how Lane holds up. Yeah, that combination is there, but now look where we're at.
So game point here. Big opportunity for Judith Castillo to give Las Vegas the advantage.
Wow, she's not scared to pull the trigger at game point down. Lee Sleeth, all right.
And Dave, if you're new to Major League Pickleball, this is where it gets really difficult if you're the team on top.
21-24.
Because this point right here, if they win it, they do not ring the register of the scoreboard.
Tagged is Castillo, and Brooklyn alive and well.
Yeah, that left a mark, and they keep the ball.
Hold on. You want to clear that?
Little debris on the cord here. Oh, it's a bug. Okay. I don't think today's Earth Day. I think it's actually Bastille Day in France, but all creatures great and small.
Hope the bug had a ticket. They are hard to get here.
Just couldn't make the ball bounce there, but this is massive, obviously. And I love the positivity. Lena running over. Hey, I believe in you, Lane.
24-22.
Great to see.
Third opportunity for the Night Owls to put this game away.
Uh-oh.
Just can't do it. Dave, the doubt growing just a bit.
(23-24).
Oh, just mishit it.
24.
And when you're stuck at 24, it's the same combination of points. It's the same server to the same receiver, and that can get a little nervy on both sides of that equation.
24-23.
mean, they looked in complete control, and then they were in big trouble, and Lena gets them out of it. My goodness, we're going to get bonus pickleball here to start the day, Drew.
Yeah, these points have been really a roller coaster. So how about Brooklyn? They were down 24-19. They come storming back. And now with a golden opportunity here for Lane Sleeth. Still need 2.
So this will reverse who's serving for the game point here because it's on the odd.
25-24.
5th opportunity for Vegas to put women's doubles to bed. How about the defense?
Oh my. What a clutch shot.
So the Las Vegas Night Owls do it with defense. On the other side, you've got the big man, Anderson Scarpa, the imposing figure, the big lefty, along with Mo Alhouni, the 28-year-old out of Golden Valley, Minnesota. So these guys on the far side, these guys are big. They hit the ball awfully hard, Dave, and they're intimidating.
Yeah, the lefty Alhouni versus the lefty Tejas is going to be interesting to watch. Daniel, I was talking to him before this match. You mentioned the racquetball prowess in the World Championships. He's going to be representing the United States of America this year, so that's huge.
Recall. 2-1.
So if you were backing up like that, you got to back way up. I'd love to see Anderson take that out of the air, use the reach. That's what you can do with the two-handed backhand. So many spots. You can go down the line. You can bring it back through the middle. And then just placement over power. Just beautiful touch down the line from Pablo.
Tejas, 29 years old. Grew up in Colombia.
Big day for Colombia, too, playing in the Copa final against his buddy Fed's Argentina team. What's going on here? It's all mixed together.
High stakes throughout the sports world. Anderson Scarpa stepping through his first Ernie. And Dave, big news also at Wimbledon just coming down.
Yes, Alcaraz has won, and that was Alhouni with the Ernie there, and it was a beautiful move from Mo, and same guy there misses the serve. Yeah, that's Alcaraz back-to-back. How about that?
Man.
On the grass?
Tejas a little bit short on the shot. Dave, you follow the journeys of all these players. You know how proud of you are of Tejas, overcoming the adversity that he has, having to adjust.
Yep.
Not letting it get to him, as this game will test you mentally often, won't it?
No doubt. When somebody's telling you that you can't have something you feel you have earned and deserved, and it was out of your control, you have to control what you can, and his play is what he can't control, and his attitude, and both have been stellar here.
5-6.
And next to him, you have a great teammate. I had the great pleasure of coaching Daniel last year. We won with the Dallas Pickleball Club, so he has a championship, does Daniel De La Rosa, and that matters. Later today, Anna Lee Waters, who's won everything in the world in pickleball, but hasn't won Major League Pickleball, so she's going to be one hungry lady.
Man, what a shot that time by De La Rosa. Yeah, I thought it was funny. Anna Lee yesterday saying, I'm just happy I don't have to play against Ben Johns on Championship Sunday.
9-5.
Usually her mixed partner.
De La Rosa are absolute money. And the middle with the 2 forehands there are going to be a tough place to live for Alhuni and Scarpa.
De La Rosa attacking the kitchen. De La Rosa kind of reminds me a little bit of Jaume Martinez Vic, just the way he plays.
6-10.
If I had to make a comparison.
Mo's missed a few forehand drives, so I'd expect they'll keep returning to him, because if you miss a third inside out scoring, well, it's a bummer. It doesn't affect the scoreboard. Here, it most certainly does. So that's twice they've tried to shake and bake. Daniel missed the drive, and then that one just off the tape, and nice put away.
So Mo Alhuni now serves. Grew up in.
That's Scarpa serving, just to be clear.
Set out point 12. 12-7.
Well, Scarpa actually earned the ball up in the air and didn't take it, and then he gave one back, and DLR sure did take it.
Hey, good stuff, Michelle. Daniel De La Rosa serving. As Brooklyn has the 6-point lead. Also, Tejas had a nice little run with Hayden Patrickman recently on the Carvana PPA Tour.
8-13.
Hayden took both parts of that broken up party to the final. Yeah, the thirds have to get better for the Night Owls, or this is not going to last. They've missed him in the net. That one way too high. That's going to be put away every time. And they love to play fast when they get a shorter return. You've seen them drive and crash both ways. I love that volley from Scarpa. If you know somebody is moving right to left as a lefty, put it behind them and make them hit a backhand. That's a smart volley from Scarpa.
Anderson, born and raised Charleston, South Carolina. Came up short that time, a little frustrated.
Yeah, very unique swing path. That's why I love pickleball. There's no right way to play it. There's a right way for you to play it, and you see all different types right here on this very court.
Well, they have missed a lot of those here in this game, Dave.
Can't happen.
Not on Championship Sunday for sure. And Scarpa finally puts one away.
Yeah, I love the fact that the first attack was to the left on the forehand and then attack on the other side, so you don't let somebody get comfortable defending. Nice job again by Scarpa with his pinpoint precision.
ATP attempt, well done by Alhuni.
And DLR got low there. He knew a lower shot. I mean, this is a racquetball guy. He's used to hitting it 1 millimeter above the ground for winners. Just couldn't quite get that back up.
11-17. Point.
A little bit of daylight here for the Night Owls. Mo Alhuni, a 5-time All-American at Gustavus Adolphus College. That's a Division III school. No chance on that one.
None.
Point 18.
That is absolute SWAT team from De La Rosa.
18-12. Right out point 15. Thirteen, 18. Point.
So Night Owls make a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, they're down 6 at the change of ends, so chipped at 2, and this is where, again, when you're behind, you got to find points on your serve, and that is all driven
14,
through the
18.
third shot, so we'll see where this return goes here and what happens. Man,
Point. 19.
that is just not acceptable to have 3 of those in a match of this magnitude.
Yeah, simply too many errors here in this men's doubles. How about that from De La Rosa?
Love it. Beautiful jump of the kitchen on the Ernie, and what an instant adjustment for Tejas on the third shot in that. Scarpa went behind him on the volley, and he adjusted because he'd gotten beat on that earlier, and then the athleticism of Daniel De La Rosa is second to none.
2014. Side out, point 15.
So Las Vegas still in it here, but they cannot afford any more of those errors. As Anderson Scarpa back to serve. Former tennis player at Mercer College, repped by Ace Pickleball.
15-20. Side out, point 21.
Yeah, just can't get to the kitchen when they're serving, and trading 1 for 1 is not going to be enough.
21-15.
Brooklyn Aces now closing in.
Point.
22-15, a 7-point lead, and you just see sheer
22-15.
frustration right
And Holmes that can get their pickle fixed 24/7. I love it.
Nothing but LG in the Felios household. Love it. 22-15 in favor of Brooklyn. And a foot fault. First one called here in
Side
men's
out, point
doubles.
16.
Yeah, and Pablo, all of us players slide our foot back and then look down and say they were clean. And with the
16-22.
caliber of Mark and Onisha calling this, there's no chance they're not right on that one.
De La Rosa just teeing
Side out,
off.
point 23.
And his mouth teed off a little bit there at the end too, but I mean he has just such a whippy arm that anything up in the air straight ahead is just
23-16.
Mo has no chance to get that back.
Side out,
MLP
point
known for a lot of
17.
chirping, Dave. I
Yes.
must say, altogether this week, it's been rather sedated.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I think
17-23.
we'll have a lot more chirping going on later.
Oh, how about that shot? Just froze both Alhuni and Scarpa.
I mean, what a shot to set up game point there. Just perfect through the middle. Field goal is good
24-17.
through the Night Owls.
This for the game. And they get it. So how about the Brooklyn Aces? They bounce back, emphatically taking men's doubles.
You'll have ladies in front of each other and guys in front of each other, and that changes the dynamic of the dinking patterns quite a bit.
Underway mixed doubles.
I'll be quick.
Full send from Daniel there. And there's no pesky walls to get in the way of that here like his racquetball.
Zoe, there's a big reason that Brooklyn chose the players that they did. And for that, let's check in with Michelle McMahon.
Yeah, Drew, I chatted with the GM for Brooklyn. He said they had success in this matchup in D.C. 25-23 was the score line, of course.
So we'll check back in with
I'll
Michelle
finish
here
your sentence
momentarily.
Of course, it was 25-23 with this very matchup. So you want something that's worked for you in the past, and that is what the Aces got. So when you have a chance to put a winning team that's already beaten this team out there and then save Pablo for the last one, that's the way they wanted to play it. So that worked out very well.
Good pickup, Dave. Wow. Championship Sunday.
3-2.
I mean, Mo is doing an awesome job of using that size lob overhead. Now a little inside out filth there in the short part of the court. Really nice bounce back from a tough men's doubles loss. I'm sure he was happy to get right out there and play.
How about Slade holding it down?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened because everyone tells me 2 forehands in the middle should close the middle, and that went through there with ease.
Side out point.
Got to finish your swing there, and Daniel just guided it. And usually when we guide it into that ugly net.
Zoe Wong, just 22 years old. She plays well beyond her years. Never panics out there. So focused.
And a perfect compliment for her 2 fiery partners, Castillo in women's and Alhuni here in mixed.
6-3.
Definitely that steady hand. And there is De La Rosa again. Dave, that's huge in MLP too. You can't have 4 fiery type A personalities. You got to complement each other, don't you?
And they do this brilliantly. I talked to Caitlin Kerr, and she's like, this team just yelled quickly, and you can see it.
Side out point. 7.
Do you think the GMs are starting to learn that more and more with the drafting process?
They better.
Here we go.
And this is different now. You have your team together for 3 years. You have to cut one player is the rule at least. There's waivers and trades. Obviously, we've mentioned the Tejas deal here, so you can manipulate the roster, but you got to find chemistry.
So Brooklyn with the side out here. They are within 2. Both teams tied at 1. Game number 3. First in mixed doubles. Alhuni just stepping through. That long reach.
Yeah, and tiptoeing through the tulips, but he didn't step on any there. So those are some big feet getting through there. That's a great play by Mo. One of the Minnesota crew that keeps building. That's what I love throughout this country. There's pockets, and then they just percolate out from the center. That's where 2 forehands in the middle can be a problem because Mo was about ready to destroy that, but Zoe's paddle got there first.
6-8.
Oh my, same problem there off the edge guard of the paddle, and it worked out perfect.
Working out right now for Las Vegas, a 3-point lead. This is for the championship in Challenger. Not the hit that Long was looking for that time. Crowd continuing to file in here to Belknap Park.
Lane made her hit 3 winners at least.
10-7.
And De La Rosa comes back again. And Dave, when you talk about MLP, have to talk about the star-studded franchise ownership. How about for Brooklyn? Kevin Durant, Michael B. Jordan, Drake also involved.
Yeah, I would love that part of this, and seeing a bunch of those celebs play as well. And we need a Vida Castillo cam here because she is living and dying on every dink and every shot of her teammate. That's how engaged she is over here just in front of our broadcast position, talking to him, picking him up. And it's so invigorating as a player to have that support.
Going to make a heck of a coach one day.
Oh, Daniel.
Right out, point 11.
I've seen him dive and make shots. He never gives up, and there's a good look at Judith. Hey, Anderson, move so we can see your teammate, dude. I mean, look at Daniel just sell out. Zoe had no idea what side to go on the I formation. I'd rather have her just stay.
So Brooklyn battling back here now within 1. Wayne Sleeth here to serve. Little speed up, and now Hooney was waiting for it.
So if that's a righty, maybe, but certainly not in this setup. So she'd have to surprise him with a cross-court attack all the way to the right hip, which is also a dangerous shot. So I just put that back in the quiver and just don't do it again.
I'll call it again. 12-10.
Las Vegas trying to keep that separation here. De La Rosa pulls the string. Little sorry, not sorry.
I mean, he's a nice guy, but he'll take that all day long. And that's wild how, you know, you look up and that's 13-10 or 12-11. They're serving to tie it up here. I mean, we're switching sides up 3 if that thing stays on the other side of the net.
Daniel De La Rosa spent last year with Austin and Dallas, trying to win a championship here for the Brooklyn Aces. And Brooklyn able to outlast him there.
Daniel called it out without actually looking back. Obviously, that flight path was well deep. So we're going to switch sides no matter who wins this rally, Drew.
12.
Tied at 12. Aces have done a great job battling back here. And it's De La Rosa finding a spot in the corner.
12, Brooklyn.
Love that.
Nice run for Brooklyn right before our break there. Let's see if the Aces can continue it. De La Rosa shoots it just a bit wide.
Yeah, and he had a similar shot to end the other side of the court where he got them the 1-point lead, missed that one wide. And coming back through the middle, Daniel kind of looked at him like, seriously, dude? Like, you think that was going to work?
14-13.
That's a great drive from Lane Sleeth right there. So the The highlights of her game right now are her defense, which are terrific. She digs the ball well, and the drives from the baseline. So wait till she rounds out the rest of that. That's going to be quite the player.
Yeah, she has been really impressive today on championship court. That time right down the middle, Wong just picks it apart.
Yeah, and that's one of those where, again, these two don't play a lot of ball together, so you want to move in unison, and if you get out of sync with one up and
14,
one
15.
kind of back and not sure, you get beat down the middle.
And Lane Sleeth right now is on a roll. She continues to shine, and let's check in with Michelle, who has more on Lane Sleeth.
Well, yeah, Drew, the reason that Samin, the GM for Brooklyn, felt like this was a good matchup in D.C. was because Lane Sleeth did not miss in a cross-court dink battle with Mo Alhouni, and he also said for this tournament, they unleashed her. They wanted her to get a little more aggressive down the line on Zoe Wong.
Yeah, I agree with that. We haven't actually seen a lot of the cross-court dinking today, as it's been the other direction, but holding up her end of the bargain here for sure.
Takes it off the tape very calmly. There is Alhouni.
The other thing she's done well is Alhouni has attacked cross court, and the ladies that are good at it, Vivian David probably the best, is just sitting on the two-handed backhand. Go ahead and attack, because I'm going to light up your partner in front of you if you do it. And you saw some frustration from Zoe a couple of rallies ago when that happened.
All knotted at 16 here. Longest point of this match up to this point. And De La Rosa and Sleeth with the final say. So Brooklyn will have the serve in a 1-point lead.
17-16.
Now it's Wong.
Point, 17.
Yeah, and Daniel knows that getting close to your partner, a lot of amateurs just play their half, and that middle line is a bad thing. You want to get tight on that, and he knows he was just late. That combo with him with the forehand would have been terrific finish.
Oh, tough break.
Right out point, 18.
Yeah, risky business, but Alhouni couldn't put the first one away. And Sleeth is playing very aggressive. And they're right there.
18-17. Point.
Oh, that looked very close.
You can challenge.
If both my players are
Las
telling
Vegas
me
is
I want to
challenging,
challenge,
maintaining your
then
alcohol.
I would be challenging that. So
Referee timeout.
that is what's
Las
going to
Vegas
happen here. This is
challenging the alcohol.
massive.
The alcohol puts us at 19-17.
Yeah, from our vantage point, that looked like it got the line.
And here, look at this.
Dave, we've been working.
I say yes. I say in on the outside of the line. In. Overturned. So what that means is that
After video review, the call in the quarter is overturned. The ball is in.
There you go.
Brooklyn Aces loses a free challenge. You have one free challenge
And we've been
remaining.
working with the close
Las
call
Vegas,
replay system all
you
week
have
long. How's it
three
worked
free
out?
challenges
Oh,
remaining.
awesome.
We'll resume play at 18-18.
I mean, that ball right there was fractions in, but in, and we were all over it, and doing it in quick. We don't want these long, like NFL, those long replays, and everybody
Time
gets
in.
frustrated. That was
18,
done
18.
right, got it right. That's the big key, and we got it right here.
Completely agree. And here, going right to work is Wong.
And some fire from Zoe there. Lane has just been fading to the right and playing two-handed backhands, and I like that strategy.
19,
Daniel's
18.
sneaking in right there next to her.
Wong is feeling it.
Yeah, tough pull for Lane Sleeth there.
Ball's in the corner.
Because you're just feeding Zoe a forehand there, and then you're, you know, kudos to her ability to dig, but you don't want to be making a living digging here.
Long way to go. ATP, and it is good.
Right out, point.
Just an
19.
absolute ridiculous shot from Daniel De La Rosa. He is out of position and flicks that around the post. You got to be kidding me, dude.
Just insane athleticism. And they build on it.
And there's that positioning. Daniel just came another step closer to Lane there to be ready with the forehand. But Zoe was celebrating a two-handed backhand roll winner and then just got an ATP stamped on it.
Now we're playing some pickleball.
Point, 21.
It's wild in MLP how one magical shot like what Daniel was able to do there can be the difference, lifts up all the boats.
So Zoe Wong
21-20.
now to serve, showing why she is the 8th overall selection in Challenger.
Right out, point, 21.
Tough miss there from Malhouni.
Yeah, I'd give every return to him. We saw some misses in the first one. Can he handle it here in
21,
mixed
21.
after a tough go with the forehand drive in men's?
No, just nothing you can do.
Right out, point, 22.
Just couldn't get the ball on the ground there, and Zoe survived most stepping on her foot in the middle of that rally.
22, 21.
Not in the kitchen though, so that's okay.
Back and forth we go. Lots of lead changes. Vegas a slight edge here, but once again we're tied. So many ties and lead changes.
Yeah, just a mess on serve right now for Las Vegas, and they know how much they need this one because Pablo and Udit are coming out next, and that's going to be a
22,
tough
22.
matchup.
Oh, how about that from Wong?
Point, 23.
Yeah, just it kept getting, it was like 55-45, 75-25, and then Wong way ahead.
23-22.
Slapping forehands at Sleeth.
Lane Sleeth sneaking one in.
Side out, point, 23.
Wow. Mo's got to be sitting on that. I don't know how that didn't get demolished, but it didn't. Can anyone win a point on their serve here? And obviously you're going to have to at some point, or we're going to be like that crazy match yesterday that went 40-38 that the Orlando Squeeze won.
Tyson McGuffin, Paris Todd putting on a show in front of the grandstand crowd.
get her off the net, makes that reset tougher.
And now one away. All the Brooklyn Aces to have the edge here
24-23.
with Pablo Tellez in the clubhouse on deck. Not just yet.
24.
No, because we were lining up to have the exact same score there of Sleeth. Wow. Sleeth and De La Rosa won the first time they played 25-23, and now we're 24 apiece.
These clubs playing like there is $30,000 on the line. Somehow Sleeth returns it. We stay alive.
Oh my.
De La Rosa.
25.
But the digs from Sleeth again. Oh no.
26-24, Brooklyn Aces.
How about the Brooklyn Aces? They find a way. De La Rosa and Sleeth, Dave. They out.
0-0.
So we get it rolling here. Las Vegas will serve. Second mixed doubles match. So lots going on with this Las Vegas squad. Let's check in here with Michelle.
Yeah, Drew, Vegas is no stranger to these situations. Caitlin Kerr, the GM, telling me that this team is the team they wanted to go out last. Yuta Castillo is the leader. She's the vocal leader, and she was exactly that in the huddle ahead of this game. She said, we have been down in this situation so many times before. We rally back, we fight, and then we typically win the Dream Breaker, guys.
Yuta Castillo, the alpha here for the Las Vegas Night Owls. As Padiga Maite will serve it for the Brooklyn Aces. ATP, she gets right to work.
Oh, I love the shape on the drop was terrific. Scarpa did everything he could because he's got to keep it away from the lefty paw of Tellez and pushed it even wider, and that's a beautiful ATP from Lena. Oh, man. And if I'm the Aces and I see that, I'm like, okay, chum in the water. Let's get after this. And this is where you don't want to give them anything free. Make a good third here. Make them think about this. You can win a match at the beginning.
Anderson Scarpa able to come right back.
I love that Anderson said, you know what? We're good, and I am pulling the trigger. I am not going to play safe. Safe is death.
2-3.
Yuta Castillo, 13th overall selection in the latest Challenger draft. Tellez stepping through there, that little flick. Oh, he's just so smooth, isn't he?
Love that movement. He's got that new Lotto paddle, and he's just effortless with that, and also has unbelievable hands if you try and light him up.
Ball is out. Let the players on the court make it. That's a warning.
So the Aces have one free challenge left here. So this is a decision, and looks like the brain trust said no. We might have been deep on that too, and we're not going to let it go. I don't know if the truck had that, and we can confirm that it was out, and all of that would have just been a large waste of a challenge. Couple balls off the tape there. Castillo was waving the Cobra there, and oh man, there's that prior serve that was indeed millimeters deep.
4-4.
Great look at that.
Long way to go for Castillo. She nearly goes right over the wall.
And what a great job of finding an angle, because Castillo is someone I would want on my 4x100 relay team. No, you did the track and field qualifying out in Oregon, and that lady can move.
Yeah, she was into it growing up. Big track and field star. And nicely done there by Anderson Scarpa.
Yeah, way too high on the drive from Tellez here.
No track and field, big part of the Olympics, Dave, and
Yes.
hopefully one day pickleball will be a
Yes.
big part of the Olympic Games as well.
And we have seen, obviously, in this particular matchup, quite the international flavor.
Point. Six, 5. Right out, point, 6.
Perfect little flick right on the line.
6, 6.
Oh, Scorpion. Well executed by Castillo. She comes up big. So nip and tuck here. So far,
7-6.
1 point lead for Las Vegas.
Right out, point,
This
7.
can't happen. Great serve. You earned a very short return. Rally scoring when you're serving. If you have that opportunity to flip the
7-7.
advantage, you've got to take advantage.
Point.
Oh, no. And guess what? The third shot that was missed carried over into that return because your brain sometimes doesn't shut off. You
8-7.
should have that on-off switch ready.
Off the tape and played a bit long there.
So look at what that missed third set off here. Then a missed return. Then, you know, the
9-7.
pickleball gods get involved. Unlucky off the tape.
Just kind of snowballs, doesn't it?
Yep.
Castillo was not expecting that. Beautiful read by Tejas.
And why I love it is she had gone for the Ernie, so she was out of position. So where he placed that, it didn't even have to be high. It just had to be deep. That was awesome from Pablo.
Oh, how about Tejas' defense?
Tejas hung out at the net with just shook his head a little bit, and now veteran move. Take your time to go back there. A lot of energy spent there, but what a change here over the last 4 rallies in a row.
11-7.
Yeah, real critical point in this match, Dave. Las Vegas cannot let Brooklyn get away
Point,
here.
8.
Not a great bounce on that return there, so got to get one on your serve here.
8-11.
Padiga Maita, perfectly done.
Right out, point, 12.
What a read from Lina, and then, hey, little 5'8" me wasn't reaching that, but if you're tall, it makes that Ernie much better, and especially if you are on the left side and you're a right-hander, you can reach that forehand all the way out there. Just love that, and then play that ball back through the middle like Lina did there. Perfect.
12-8.
Smooth sailing right now for the Brooklyn Aces. 4-point lead.
If the Colombian soccer team plays as well as Pablo did right there, Argentina's in trouble.
Didn't think so.
Kim's a good player, too. I love when the tennis players come over, and Tom Brady, just let me know about that guy. It's hard as a Steeler fan to give any praise there.
I mean, could you get a bigger name group than this for Las Vegas?
Oh, that's pretty darn good.
Couple points out of the timeout here for the Night Owls.
Huge. Pablo looked for the Ernie and then had to throw on the backup alarm and get back and just couldn't feather it over.
How about 3 in a row?
tremendous coming out of the side switch or end switch, and that's what you have to do. There are no 5-point plays here. There is no 3-point line to try and do it quickly. You got to be methodical.
Just chipping away here.
Pablo says no. I love what Scarpa did there. Just lost. Sometimes the guy in front of you is just better.
14-11.
Another tough miss there for Anderson Scarpa.
Yeah, lots of feet were shuffled there to find a forehand inside out. That's just too much movement.
15-11.
So Brooklyn once again starting to pull away. Las Vegas needs this to force a dream breaker. That's not going to help.
That's
matters
twice.
at all.
There's been a double up of a tough choice and then a missed return from Scarpa.
16-11.
It's going to go wide. Just emotional swings here from Vegas. They come out of the timeout. They score 4 in a row.
15-11.
And right now, that momentum has been completely halted. Trying to get it back.
Great first volley. Got to get 1 or 2 on serve here. Got to stay within range, as we saw in the ladies match. Once you're in range, nerves happen. And I love that Lena has been jumping the corner for the earning, and if she gets the ball, great, but that funnels the ball back to Pablo in the middle with a forehand, then he can dictate terms and press the issue. Really nice piece of strategy from Lena.
And right now, Tea's still holding it down. You see the frustration. So the Brooklyn Aces, 6 points away here from a championship at this Advil Targeted Relief mid-season tournament. Drew Felios with Dave Fleming. Michelle McMahon also with us. Pablo Teas right now. And Padiga Maite, Lena Padiga Maite owning the moment.
Yeah, and I've seen enough of Pablo from the Owls.
20-12. Carry.
And that is a carry.
Point 13. One move, but it was
I think
carry.
that's good to have a little fun for Pablo here. Just got a nice lead. Just play loose.
13-20.
Smart pickleball should get them home. Perfect move from Lena there, because if you see your partner jump, the ball is likely to come back where he left because the other team says, ooh, there's an opening. She closed it.
ATP a little wide. You got to wonder, does Las Vegas have one more run left in them?
They might need 2 or 3. So at least they just can't score on their serve. That's the problem. I mean, just a mess, and the Aces will be caring exactly 0 about that problem.
22-14.
Do you think Pablo Teas' stay in challenger is going to be a long one?
Well, the Aces decide that, because there's got to be a trade. It's not like AAA where he can be called up. There has to be a trade.
Great point.
Side out point, 23.
If indeed they close this out, you usually don't trade the MVP of a championship team. So
here we go.
Here we go, indeed, Mark.
23-15.
Love the chemistry of this Brooklyn Aces team. Closing in now, 2 points away.
So Pablo tried to take that ball so they could change back to their preferred sides there, but that didn't work out. Unbelievable get from Udit in the middle of that. And if you just saw how she picked that ball up off the ground, the Spanish soccer team also playing tonight. Lots of soccer and pickle all mixed together here.
Night Owls need a point here off of their serve. They'll finally get it. Maybe too little, too late, though.
Yeah, if you can get to 20, that's where the nerves hit. So when you see the other team at 17, you still feel loose.
Night out point, 24.
And when Las Vegas remembers this match, it's going to be shots like that that they're going to relive for a long time. So here we are, championship point for Brooklyn. The Brooklyn Aces have done it.
Brooklyn Aces.
25-17 in Knicks doubles, and they take it home 3-1.